In this video, we're going to take a look at Garuda Linux. I've heard a lot of good things about it, like it's going to be the successor to Manjaro. No. You're not taking my Manjaro. No, I haven't. So, but anyway, I wanted to share this picture with you. This is what we woke up to this morning in East Tennessee, our first major snow event of the 2021-2022 winter season. And doesn't it look just lovely? It is still snowing out, so it's being added to as we speak. Just really wanted to show you this Garuda Linux website. It is quite lovely. Unlike some Linux websites that aren't quite lovely, but a lot of good information right here on the first page, like this. I like this quite a bit. Chaotic AUR, repository with a huge selection of precompiled binaries. I'm not sure what that means. How does that mean you don't have access to the actual AUR? This is Arch based, so they're taking the AUR away from you, or are they adding this AUR repository as like a trusted AUR? Maybe that's what it is. This is just a trusted AUR. We'll take a look at that. That's what it looks like. Some more little things here. I like this. See, one of the things I like about Manjaro is they do have a kernel manager. It looks like Garuda also has a kernel manager, so that is cool. Garuda Gamer, nice. You can install game objects, Luchas, Steam, all in one click. Wine Tricks, Proton Tricks in a click. Proton GE, sweet. Glorious Egg Roll. When you hear about Proton Glorious Egg Roll, install it with a click. That is sweet. Make sure your DX Vulkan, DirectX Vulkan renderer is installed. It looks good. It looks good. So something else that's different about this video is the first video that I'm going to be using not VirtualBox to do my virtual machine. I will be using QEMU, Wimpy's Quick EMU. So far, I've been playing around with it. It looks really nice, and I'm going to. This is the first video that I'm actually going. That's going to be my virtual manager or virtual machine or Garuda Linux. Let's take a look at the download page. I've looked here. They do have several different ones. So Dragonized, Garuda KDE Dragonized. Why did they have to do the numbers? Just why? Why did you have to do that? Anyway, it's a KDE Plasma, and it is designed to workflow is Mac-like with an app menu baked right on the top bar. Pass. Garuda Linux GNOME. Pass. Garuda XFCE. This looks really good. This looks old school, but looks actually like really good. Moving on. LXQt. I love LXQt. It's a relatively new project, and I haven't looked at it in a while. I may come back and look at LXQt because I'm curious where they're at with it now. But LXQt is super lightweight, modern looking. You can see how modern looking that it looks. And it's really lightweight. It's actually more lightweight than XFCE XFCE. So Garuda Wayfire. It's a 3D Wayland compositor inspired by Compiz. There's a name from the past. Based on WL roots, it's aimed to create customizable, extendable. I think this is the brand new one that I'm hearing about. I want to come back and look at this one. So there's two I want to come back and look at. We're making our way down to the KDE bare bones. That's the one I'm going to go with. Garuda Sway. Sway edition ships complete configuration, easy use key bindings, blah, blah, blah. Just as fast utilization, the best Wayland native alternatives. Seamless transition to the Wayland compositor. So this is a Wayland, another Wayland desktop by the sounds. Garuda Q tile. Not a big fan of tiling window managers, but if you want a tiling window manager, boom, there it is. i3WM. I think that's also technically a tiling window manager, but it's, yeah, it's, I wouldn't say it's for beginners, but it's not too bad. BSPWM, I don't know anything about it. Nothing. Mate is really good. It's the fork of GNOME 2, although it really has nothing left of GNOME 2. But that's how it got its start, is it was a fork of GNOME 2. Cinnamon, Linux Mint makes the Cinnamon desktop. Can't say much bad about Cinnamon. It's really good. The only bad thing that I can say about it is it runs on top of GNOME, which I don't like GNOME. I don't make it a secret. And Garuda Linux bare bones. It says advanced users only. I don't know why it says that, because all it is, as far as I can tell, is just KDE Plasma without anything already done for you, I guess. So this is the one we're going to look at. Garuda Linux bare bones. When you boot into the ISO, you get this option. I really like this because it's one download instead of the way Pop does it. It's one download that allows you to boot from the NVIDIA drivers or not, instead of having to figure out which download do you need. This one's just one download. You can boot to whichever driver you need. So this is what we have with Garuda Linux. Nice, clean, nice and clean. Okay, so in booting up, we have, let's go ahead and install. And it uses the Calamares installer just like Manjaro does. So there shouldn't be any surprises here. I am happy to see that it did pick my correct time zone, which a lot of distros fail to do. That's interesting. Why does that? It's either no swap or swap with hibernate. Why is there not an option for swap, no hibernate? That's interesting. That's interesting. Garuda. Yeah, we'll go ahead and log in automatically. Next, install now. Shouldn't be any surprises here, so we'll come back on the other side. All right, done and done. Let's have a reboot. This is the first time I've installed an operating system on QEMU. I'm still learning it. Be patient with me. Would you like to start the Setup Assistant to finish your installation? Why, yes, I would. Update the system. Why, yes, thank you. Ah. Okay, I have to look up I have to look up the chaotic AUR. Okay, according to this Reddit post, the chaotic AUR contains already built packages. The AUR does not have built packages. You reference the AUR to build a package. The chaotic AUR contains already built packages. That just tells me that it's Garuda. Chaotic AUR is just a Garuda repo with AUR built packages. Sure. Says it doesn't do anything different to them. They are usually taken verbatim without changes to them between fetching of the data and processing via make package. Alrighty. Thank you. Alright, so in doing the upgrade, it's asking me doing a full system upgrade, and it's asking to replace core HW data. HW IDS with core HW data. Sure. Have a look at this in the big picture. Linux firmware, Linux LTS, Breeze, Qt, Linux firmware, Garuda, Mesa. Quite a few packages here. Be expected on a rolling release. We'll compare the packages here, the packages on my system. That's not a good sign. Okay. We'll let this proceed. We are presented with an error, failed to commit transaction, conflicting data, conflicting files. Errors occurred. Press enter to continue. All right, we're now in VirtualBox. We are going to try this again. Yes, I would like. Yes. We're going to let this run. This is VirtualBox, and same error, same blank icons down here, same no applications, no nothing. It doesn't crash KDE when it's not finding something I'm searching for, but it's still not good. This is broken. So the Garuda Linux KDE spin is obviously broken for some reason. That's fine. We will move along, and this is now going to be an LXQt Garuda Linux. Let's check out the setup assistant in Garuda Linux LXQt. Yes, I would like to update the system. Make that bigger. Oh, I don't like these 3-dot colors. I'm going to let this run. This time we got some updating done and had no errors. That's good. See what we can do now. Start post installation wizard. Yes. Need a printer, scanner, Samba. Yes. Mostly just need a printer. Garuda wallpapers will say yes in this case. It's this time. I don't need it. Any of that. I want PAMAC. I still want to try out PAMAC on this. PAMAC is one of the things that keeps me on Manjaro. It is amazing. I don't need an LTS kernel, I don't think. Let's go with LibreOffice Fresh and K My Money. Those are things that I use. Fire Dragon, just because I've never seen it, never tried it. I want to know more about it. Chromium and Firefox. Kmail is what I use. Works good for me. I use KDE. Kmail should work really well in a LXQt because it's Qt. It's I don't know if it's made by the same people that bring you KDE Plasma, but it's the same technology. I mean, Zoom and FileZilla. I use that. Audacity. I use that. Kdenlive. Thank you very much. OBS. Thank you very much. Krita, GIMP, Inkscape. FontForge, where did I see that? I saw that somewhere there. FontForge, yes. None of that. Where's the Godot? Huh? Huh? Hey, where's the Godot? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't plan on making a virtual box inside of a virtual box. We are doing this on a virtual box. We will try the QEMU another day. Getting something from Chaotic. All right, we'll let this run. We'll be right back. And I'm getting more errors. Now I got LibreOffice Fresh signature. Package is corrupted. I've wasted about 3 hours on this video so far, and Garuda's just, I see a lot of potential here. Those little start screens, the little check boxes for gamer, gamer Linux check boxes. The fact that the checkbox, you can do glorious egg roll and all that 9 yards. I see a lot of potential in Garuda. And I also see that if you can get it to work, if maybe GNOME works and you like GNOME, I don't. But if you can get it to work, Garuda seems like a most awesome distribution just from what I can see with it. And I haven't successfully got it to install and update and install my packages yet. It keeps failing, and I still see massive potential in this distribution. But at the end of the day, right now, it has not pulled me away from Manjaro. Manjaro is still better. That's all I got in this one. I tried. Thanks for watching.